So I just had the opportunity to talk about what I feel an ideal work culture is. But what have I done as a leader to really foster such a culture? Let me go back to a time when I worked at Heber Valley Hospital. I was the support services manager, and one of the departments I was responsible for was the dietary department, all the food that we prepared in the hospital. And their manager reported to me. He did a wonderful job. And so he had this amazing opportunity to fill a position somewhere else with a pay raise and greater work responsibility. And we were all excited for him, but we didn't want to see him go. Anyway, he left and I became the interim manager for a period of time while we were looking for someone new. Now, I've never run a cafe before, and I'm not much of a cook. And that was mostly his role before he left. So it was definitely something new for me. One of the things, though, that he could have done better when he was in his job was foster maybe a better culture. A lot of unhappy employees uh, working for him, even though he did a really great job and we didn't want to see him go. He could have done a little bit better with fostering more trust from those employees. So, what did I do to change the culture and the happiness level? Almost, you could feel a different vibe after they walked in. So this was, I would say I was responsible for this. Mostly what I did is I developed trust. I came in and started asking people questions so they could tell that I really cared about them. Mostly the questions were, what tools do you need to complete your job? It was simple, tiny stuff. Like, I would like a tiny little footstool in the freezer so I can better reach certain items. Or we need uh, an extra broom because in this area we don't want to walk this far to go back to the kitchen to grab the broom. Simple, tiny things like that. I was able to quickly get them things they needed, and so then they realized I had an ability to accomplish things. When they had an issue, I could solve it very quickly for them. And they realized I had other skills that really benefited them. Great with organization. And so I was able to show them my ability to help them manage their food supplies. Yeah, that was definitely a pinch point, knowing how much food they should have and when and where it was. A little bit disorganized. And so we helped make sure everything was in a perfect spot, and we had a great process for ordering and knowing when we needed the supplies. That worked great. Before, it was all inside of one person's head, right? So this time, everybody was perfectly aware of how that could happen. And then again, score points and helping people realize that they could trust me because of a certain skill I had, capability. So it helped them feel loved, cared for, saw some certain skills that would definitely help them. And then I helped them realize that I completely trusted them and I gave them more responsibility. Now, and obviously, people could tell that I was ethical, and so that's the other part of building a culture of trust. But those are the things that we did to change the morale of that department, and really within a couple months, it was like a different place. Um, anyway, I'm proud of that moment, and I think I really did a wonderful job.